It's a beautiful day to be a Raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield. I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation. And you come back. Why? Because you know it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. What's up, Raider Nation? And we got an action-packed Thursday edition for you as we're trying to bring you an extra fresh episode every Thursday, jam-packed full of freshness, all kinds of league action, some college football action, some back and forth bashing with the enemy, so just straight flavor from start to finish, because Thursday's going to be game day soon. And if you're going to be sitting and listening to me while you're watching football, I got to bring it fresh, and we got to keep it live. So that's what we're going to try to do for you every single Thursday. So start off keeping you up to date on what you care about most, and that's the Shield. So start of every Thursday, Raider Reaction, we bring in NorCalRaiderRick as we bounce back and forth every little hot topic in the Raider Nation in a little segment that we like to call the Raider Nation Ricochet. So I'm waiting for my compadre here. Where'd he go? Oh, don't you start with me again. You gave me hell last night. I will not deal with you again. There we go. All right. What's up, NorCal?
Hello again. Hello again. How you guys doing, Raider Nation?
All right. So some of you already may have listened to NorCal, and he's already been spitting the knowledge for an hour. So we're going to drag him over here, and
I'm good with it. It's great.
we're going to rip through some more. So
hi, Aaron.
We're going to start off. Like I said, we start the Thursday edition of Raider Reaction with a little segment we call Raider Nation Ricochet, where we just bounce back through all of the hot subjects, everything silver and black, all squeezed in a little compact segment. And then we're going to turn it over to JP at the mid-show mark and rip through some college stuff. So, did you hear? I'm sure you heard the big news that Obi is going to play Saturday.
Yes. That makes me happy right there. Because, you know what, that's the first of many good things coming. Because we get to see him. We get to see, like, how he does against that tight end, against them big nickel wide receivers coming across the middle and stuff. So I'm excited to see that, because that's hopefully, if the way everything works out, he's going to be our dude that is going to be taking care of that problem that we had last year. So
I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. I mean, it's positive. We've heard he's going to play. Conley, we've heard Conley's actually got movement finally. He's in post-practice workout with members of the training staff, so he's actually there. People are actually touching him. He's moving. So
and Ben Heaney.
Yes.
Ben Heaney. That makes me excited right there, because I haven't heard anything about him in a while, man. Since we heard it was a non-injury, pup list, I haven't heard anything about it at all about Ben Heaney. And to hear that he's getting it with Conley right now, that's good news.
Yep.
I'm glad. More depth.
Yeah, things are all starting to funnel in. What's up, Nick?
Yes.
And what's up, everybody? Lions, Popeye, Mandy, Raiderette Stephanie, everybody. The normal band of pirates. Thank you for joining us, as usual.
Yeah, hello to everybody who said hi. I wasn't going to cut him off and be saying hi to everybody. But
yeah,
hey,
I know.
much love, much respect.
I like to always start the show out solid with a good intro, so it's hard to stop and say hi. But of course, always, we would be talking to ourselves if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
And that's not nearly as fun. What's up, Nate? So it's positive to see our number one and our number two. Possibly, we may have both of them by the start of the season. That's
exciting. I'm glad. I'm really glad.
News.
I'm glad that the melodrama with Penn is over. But hey, I do have some opinions about that, though.
Go ahead. We have time for this.
Hey, Reggie McKenzie, though, man, I'll tell you right now, all this hoopla, and it's some vague promise that we'll take care of it sooner or later. You know what I'm saying?
He stood strong, man. That's what I like. He stood strong. He stayed with the same thing. I will talk to you if you come to camp. And he didn't waver. No.
I'm a fan of Reggie McKenzie, man. I'm telling you right now, that's what, everybody gives old Mark Davis a hard time, but I'm telling you right now, that dude did very well.
Hold on, Ambassador. We'll hit that next.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a question up here. And it's a solid question. We see a solid question. We'll take it. Ambassador asks, how do we feel about the quarterback lineup outside of Derek Carr? What do you look... Game 1, E.J. Manuel comes out and looks solid. Game 2, Connor Cook looks solid, and E.J. Manuel is suspect. So now what?
Yeah.
I say,
okay.
Let's see what happens this game. Who shows out this game?
Hey, I'm telling you right now, I have a feeling we're going to see Connor Cook doing it. Because, honestly, E.J. Manuel, yes, he was a first-round pick. Yes, I'll give him that respect. But really, he hasn't really impressed me in any of the time that he played. Now, I agree with him coming here because of his knowledge of the game and the big time and the NFL and what. I like that. I like that he has a different aspect to show Connor Cook also, as well as Derek Carr, on how to do it, because I really believe, and I believe the whole time, Connor Cook's our dude, man. I really think so.
I do too. I'm high on Connor Cook, man. I thought last year he got a raw deal. And not only did he get a raw deal on the situation that they threw him in, he got a raw deal on the game plan that they gave him on the situation he was thrown into. The playoff game plan.
He was thrown under the bus. That was horrible. The poor guy didn't wear pads until Derek got hurt, man. Like, he never really was out there. So once, McGloin, sorry ass, he got hurt, man. It was time for Connor to get thrown to the wolves, man. And really, with all that stress and all that craziness coming on and not knowing the format and the scheme as well as others, man, I really think that he did okay. He had some good throws. I thought that he had good presence in the pocket. Honestly, I'm for Cook. I think that's my dude for number 2 quarterback, honestly.
I do too. I agree with you 100%. I think it's going to be Cook. I like that in game 1, E.J. Manuel looked solid. We need to be deep at quarterback. I mean, things happen in this league, and God forbid, hopefully if there is an injury, it's only a few weeks. But even if it's a few weeks, you need a stopgap. And we need somebody that can step in and manage the ship, steer us straight for a week or two. And if it's just hand the damn ball off to beast mode and dump it off, then if that's all they can do, and the occasional long ball just to get through, that's fine. But somebody's got to manage. And I mean, I
don't know. I think our wide receivers are raring right now. I think they're raring. I think that our wide receivers we're gonna have the number 1 and 2. We're gonna have the number 1 tandem of wide receivers this year. I really think so. With Amari being able to put on that size. He's been working with Crab on getting off that five yards off the line, because that's where they're knocking him off route. I mean, him jumping up in triple coverage and making a great catch. I think we're going to see good things this year from Amari, which will step up the game of Crab. And I think that we will have, a top 3. I really think we're going to have the best, really, honestly, the best tandem in the league.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's a definite possibility. So, talking about guys who are going to be at the game and are going to participate Saturday. We also, what's up, Justin? What's up, Popeye? What's up, everybody? We'll stop. We'll give a little shout out minute here. Hot
Yeah.
Neil, Mandy, Tammy.
What's up, y'all? How you guys doing?
Jimbo, Mark Anthony, what up? Sorry. When we got guests on, we're rolling. It's hard to keep up with the comments.
Yeah.
But, don't think we don't see
Dude,
them.
the Amari 2.0.
I always come back and read them. So
Yeah,
think
me
anything
too.
you ever say ever goes unnoticed on this show. Never.
Yeah.
Donald Penn is also going to be at the game on Saturday. So we are going to have the entire card
offensive line
ready to go in week 3. That is,
I'm ready.
That's beautiful.
Awesome.
Now, did you hear that Ezekiel Elliott is going to play? He's going to play this game. And that's a good test for our run defense. A really good test. So, I'm interested to see what kind of scheme we have in I know it's only preseason, but still, we can't just go out there and get ran on. They got to have something in mind.
Hey, I'm hoping our defensive line will hold it down. Well, I think the first defense is going to play a little more, so we're going to get to see, you're not going to be able to double team Eddie Vanderdoes the entire time with leaving everybody open. Somebody's going to get through when we're in there. The whole first D's in there. I think that we're gonna see some of our younger guys and Jelly even getting in there. I mean, I liked how Jelly looked. I think that him losing that little bit of weight, it gave him more mobility. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. There's Mario Edwards Jr. I'd like to see him step it up.
I need to see more.
He's the big question mark. And Justin, that's where I'm moving. I'm not as concerned about linebacker as much as I am our cornerback position. I think we're more serviceable at linebacker than a lot of people think. It's all about the guys performing that are there, and I don't think we're as bad as off as a lot think. Now, defensive backs, we have a lot of different options back there. TJ Carey has not looked good in preseason. Sean Smith
was fired up. He was fired up. I gave him props, and then he sucked ever since. I was like, oh, man.
I was high on Sean Smith all offseason. I was like, he's going to come back. I got just a feeling, and, man, he's been nothing but a train wreck ever since. So.
Oh, yeah. No, he got burned so bad.
That guy up.
Oh, man. He got burned so bad. That was so nasty. When I look back, I had to rewind it and check it out. And it was TJ Carey. I was like, oh, man. Derek Browning, what's up, dude? Thank you for watching.
It was bad.
People from my hometown.
It was bad.
People.
Oh!
Yeah, no,
so there's a donkey in the audience. I think I've seen a donkey.
Oh, yeah. Daniel Crespo.
That's all right. He's all right.
Hey, bro.
He's all right.
Bring it. Trevor Simmons.
He's a respectable donkey fan. There is such a thing.
Hey. They came out and said that their quarterback, they finally got a quarterback.
Yeah.
Trevor Simeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and supposedly there wasn't even a contest, I guess. From what everybody said, that there was no contest. There was the only choice to be made was him. That Lynch did not look like he was ready to be a starting quarterback yet. So.
Well, man, I'll tell you right now. That sucks.
That sucks for them.
Right? I'm like, if the best opportunity you got is Trevor Simeon, you're hating it, bro.
That sucks for them. I don't know. I've heard that rumor too. Daniel. It's just a rumor at this point. I haven't seen anything substantial other than some brief rumors thus far. So.
Oh man, could you imagine that?
Yeah, I've heard some brief rumors, but.
That's Aaron Donald.
We've got other financial things to take care of. And
yeah.
No.
Hey, is that friggin' Aaron Donald?
When the Chiefs fans clowning the Broncos fan in the Raiders show, that's just pretty good. Oh, That's just some AFC West love right there.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Ben this weekend. We got Obi this weekend. We got Conley moving. So that's positive. Week 2.
Yes, very.
Who is your player that really stood out for you in week 2 at the with the Rams coming to town?
Damn. Morrow. Morrow's the dude. Hands down, that dude was on fire. And honestly, he came out of nowhere. I don't ever even remember. I mean, I maybe have read his name a couple times, but I don't ever remember hearing anything about him. And man, that dude was on fire. And Shalom was on fire as well. But I think that Morrow just coming from nowhere, that's what stuck out to me.
He's been good. He's been really good. Shalom he's been both games he played solid.
Take it easy, Derek. Thank you for watching for a sec, bro. People from home, man. Sorry.
That's all right. Thanks, Derek. I do believe that's the Niner fan, if I remember correctly. Right?
No, he is.
Yes,
yeah.
I got a good memory. I don't forget.
Yeah. No, I've been getting hit up all day from my hometown trolls that are like ready to come on, but I haven't saw him. Paul Ross.
You know
Paul
what?
Ross
it's that time of year, man. Everybody's froggy.
Yeah.
We're ready to go, man. The season's here. It's like 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
This is the time.
Hey, they're all mad at me
when preseason gets here, but then you just watch it and it's preseason. It's just like a tease. You're just waiting for week 1.
We went to their Weiner Super Bowl party, all decked out in Raider gear, and smack talking why they got beat so bad. That's why he comes on my show all the time and heckles, because we were at their party just talking schmack. It was awesome.
For Mac, why would he be locked up? For assault on Denver quarterbacks?
Or that hit on the quarterback last week?
That 5-second game, that was in Donkey Land, wasn't it? I believe so.
Oh. Yeah, for sure. That was awesome. That was some serious stuff right there. That is when we first got the first glimpse of what we can expect from Mac. Cass, how you doing? Thank you for watching.
Oh, contract. I was like, what are you talking about?
Sorry. I just keep seeing hometown people.
Contract. Mac has been 5th year. They did the 5th year option on Mac. So Mac's contract is moved to next season. So they don't have to deal with Mac. So they could free up money so they could deal with Carr and Gabe Jackson and everybody else.
Yeah.
So that was the financial wizardry of
Oh, speak of the devil, there's Paul Ross right there. I knew he was coming. He's been telling me all day he's coming. That's our troll, San Francisco troll right there.
Oh, yeah. Is he related to Bob Ross, the guy that used to paint the happy little trees?
Right. He comes on screaming Patriots a lot. And so you'll be like, pretty little deflated footballs.
Oh, come
on. Paul Ross. Yeah, he's already started. That's awesome.
That's unfortunate. All right, so what are you looking for out of week 3? Who are you excited to see? At week 2, the guy I was excited most about was seeing Carr. Finally getting to see Carr, and he looked crisp. He looked sharp. Yeah. The only bad pass was only because it was a mix-up on route, and he threw it where there was supposed to be a guy, but he was there. So that happens in preseason. Yeah. But I was what are you excited about in week 3? What?
Oh man. Okay, I'm really excited to see beast mode behind our full offensive line, bro. And I'll tell you right now, we're gonna see it. I think he's gonna bring the heat. I'm excited to see that. And then of course on defense, I'm excited to see Obi, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Obi putting in work,
Oh, me too. I'm very excited to see him. He's one of the guys I've been waiting to see. I heard nothing but buzz about him all camp, and I've been excited to see him. He's got a lot of buzz about him.
Yeah. So. Oh man, I just think that we're gonna really get to see beast mode now. Beast mode running behind with car insurance and car insurance back. I think we're gonna see him in the second level before anybody's realizing, what's happening, because He never ran behind a line like that in Seattle ever,
No,
or Bills. He never had a line like this. So.
no, not at all. Absolutely not. He's got a much more talented line in front of him, and
I'm
a
excited.
much more talented core of wide receivers, tight ends, running backs to help complement him. A whole squad of freaking Pro Bowl talent around him. So he doesn't have to do it all.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to.
Oh yeah, no, and we will give him the ball in the red zone.
Damn
We
right.
will give that dude the ball in the red zone. Know that.
1 yard line. You give Beast Mode the rock. It's pretty damn simple. Even in Madden, I wouldn't even throw the damn thing. I'd hand him the ball. Why you?
Hey, once again, there's the friggin' Patriots friggin' involved in some shady business with the Super Bowl win. Dude,
Is it
I'm
no
like,
Saints jersey? This is a Mac 2015 Pro Bowl jersey. This is the ugliest Raiders jersey ever made.
I've never seen it. I've never even saw it.
Ugly as sin. It looks like Star Trek. But I like to rock it out every once in a while, just for shock value, because everybody's like, "What the hell is he wearing?" I was waiting for some. JD, it took how long? Hold on. I was waiting for somebody to say something about it. 24 minutes into the show before somebody said something about it. This is the ugliest Raiders jersey ever made, and nobody said anything. None of you guys.
Hey, it's not as bad as that. As the Bumblebee Steelers uniform.
And the only Raiders emblem is on the sleeves. It's something else, man.
Hey, that's the tribute.
On the website.
It looked cool on the web. Then you put it on and you were like, oh man.
Damn, that's an ugly jersey. Because remember they had the green and orange ones, too?
Yeah.
They're for... I was like, what the hell are they doing with the Pro Bowl jerseys? The neck, I know. It's like Star Trek. It's like Next Generation.
Yeah, no, it looks like that ugly Steelers jersey. Dude, those Steelers jerseys were horrible.
I was like, I'm going to wear the ugly jersey tonight and see if anybody says anything. And, man, it took you guys 24 minutes. And it's JD. Yeah, right? JD had to call me out.
Yeah. Well, hey, I would expect JD to be the one to call you out, actually. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
That's hilarious. So, week 3. I'm excited to see what Carr can do against these Cowboys, and I agree with you. I'm excited to see beast mode, but I'm kind of excited to see what our defense can do holding up against their run game. I think this is a good test and opportunity. I hope now that we know that he is playing and is several days out, that they scheme for it and they're properly prepared to try some things to give it a shot.
He needs to bring the heat. I think our defense needs to really try to get in there.
How many Raiders will get arrested this year? Well, we've only had one in over 3 years, so I'm saying the odds are probably slim. But did you say this guy's a Patriots fan?
He was screaming Patriots, but he's a 49er fan.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't. They're exactly crystal clear church boys either. So,
right?
I mean, our team's been pretty clean in recent history. So, well, one guy defends his sister. One guy defends his sister. So now we're thug life, huh? Over 3 years, one guy. That's the only thing we got in trouble for was one guy defending his sister.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie Vanderdoes Sr., thank you for watching, bud. Much respect.
Heck yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, I hope to watch your son seriously moving some bodies around this year.
Yeah, we're all excited. My town, I swear, half the people that were half the town is Raider fans right now. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen, man. People walking around. You don't see any other teams around town. You see only Raider jerseys, all kinds of Vanderdoes jerseys. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So any other guys you are excited about for week 3?
Week 3. Let's see. I want to see. Okay, I want to see our get a good look at the rookies. I want to see Markel Lee get more comfortable back there. I want to see what he can do again.
This will be a good
Um,
test against Elliott.
Yeah, no, and of course we want to see Eddie go out there, and I want to see Eddie get a sack. I think that he will get more comfortable, like I was saying about all of them. They just need more time in there, and all you guys be patient because you heard it from Carl Joseph and Ward today. Like the first year, man, it's so much faster in the NFL than it is in college, and it took a second to get used to it. And they both said the second year they're like way more comfortable. Everything slowed down. So, hey, you'll see halfway through the season, them rookies are going to start getting it. They're going to be getting off. So I think it's good to get them in as much as possible. So pretty much that's who it is. I want to see all the young guys get some playing time, try to get comfortable before the season opener, and they find their place,
All right, yeah, that's fair. All right, well, that's it. We're going to have to wrap up the segment. We chewed right through it. Flew right by.
Yeah.
That's the Ricochet.
All right, hey, you guys.
But you get
Thank you very much.
Every Thursday. You get NorCalRaiderRick and myself, and we'll rip through everything, all the hottest news. We got you up to date. Who's playing? Who's coming back from injury? All the key questions. Who's going to be the hot guys to look for week 2 and week 3? So,
hey, you guys, thank you very much. Have a great time. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace out.
All right. And NorCal will also be back Tuesday on One Nation Live. He also has another show on Thursday on One Nation Live. And then he joins us here for a half-hour segment, the start of every Thursday, Raider Reaction, with a little segment we like to call it the Raider Nation Ricochet, where we rip through everything. JP, it says your camera is not on. Or no, JP, where'd you go? There he is. All right, so after we wrap up that segment, the next segment we have every Thursday, we bring in our Raider Reaction resident college football guru, JP, as we rip through everything and get ready for the upcoming college football season, which I do believe starts next Thursday. Am I correct?
Actually, it starts this Saturday. There's a handful of games going on this Saturday. It's like a soft opening, if you will.
Soft opening. Nice.
Yeah. It's a little like the opening day of baseball, where they actually have like a couple of games, a couple days before, but then everybody else has on opening day. So there's a handful of games coming up this Saturday, but the actual big, opening for college football is the following weekend when most of the teams are going to play.
Okay. So, So let's kick it off. What are the big games? Because I know there's always a couple big games in the JP, not T, P, JP, P, P, P.
Yeah.
I know there's always they throw a couple big games in the first week. Who are the big games for week 1 in college football?
For this weekend, there's a couple ranked teams playing that could make a little bit of noise. USF, University of South Florida, from down here in Tampa, actually is going on the road to San Jose State, which is a pretty rare thing. But USF's 19th in the country. Their coach just left to go take over at Oregon. So they ended up then taking the coach who just left Texas. So it's been a little coaching carousel this year with a number of programs, but a lot of people think they're going to win their conference and could be one of those, smaller schools that, if they end up going undefeated and making a push, they, could end up being one of those schools to make a push for one of the big New Year's Day bowl games. The other big one for this weekend, Stanford is again, weirdly enough, going on the road to Rice, but they're 14th in the country. They got a chance, went out there with the Pac-12 with Washington and USC. So those are a couple big ones this weekend. The following weekend is where you get the real big non-conference ones. Michigan is playing Florida down in Dallas in Jerry's World. And that'll be a really big game to start off the year with
Really?
the big. Yeah.
Hold on, back the truck up. Hold on, because I don't follow college football close enough. That's interesting. You got Florida playing Michigan at Texas Stadium?
Yep.
Really?
In Texas Stadium. So, and there's just a lot going on in that game. Florida has got like 7 players. Yeah, everybody's getting suspended or arrested, or they had 7 guys.
You're racking up charges on what at the charges on their book card or something, and then what? A couple of them just got caught for smoking weed.
Right.
Yeah,
so now you're up to 8 guys that are probably going to be suspended for this game, and their best
one's their best player. He's the best player.
Yeah.
You're impressed by how much
Callaway.
you know about this, aren't you? You're impressed.
Yeah, I am. Look at you studying up a little bit. Good work. So you got, Florida got a bunch of guys suspended. They got 3 quarterbacks. They don't know who's going to start. The coach is coming out saying, we're not sure who our quarterback is. Then you got Harbaugh at Michigan and all of his nonsense. He's
interesting.
If he's not sleeping at some recruit's house, then he's talking crazy about something else, and he's got to replace 10 starters on defense, and so there's just a lot behind the scenes with that game. It'll be something else for sure. And then probably the biggest game of the real opening weekend, that next weekend, it's Alabama and Florida State. So you got number 1 versus number 3 to start off the season. I think they're playing in Atlanta, and the Falcons do sweet digs.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're going to be playing not on Sunday, they'll be able to get themselves some Chick-fil-A.
That's the dumbest damn thing you ever heard of. Now, I understand Chick-fil-A is from Atlanta, so I mean, that's why they're in there, because it's an Atlanta-based corporation. But that is the dumbest damn thing.
Yeah, that's one of those things you can't make up.
Monday or Thursday, you ain't getting no damn chicken.
No chicken.
No waffle fries.
No chicken sandwiches.
Ice creams, nothing.
Maybe they let you bring your own, like going to a MLB game, you bring in your own concessions or something. You bring your own Chick-fil-A, but if you're going to Alabama, Florida State, don't worry, you'll be able to get your own Chick-fil-A at the game.
They're college,
just not when the Falcons
in an NFL stadium. They're probably allowed to sell alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Because they're playing in an NFL stadium.
That's my guess. The college rule is, and there's even some college teams that can do it if the stadium's not on campus. So there's a number of teams that do it, but a lot of them can't. So I'm sure that they can sell alcohol. And it might be some of the reason they're doing it. They bring a lot more money.
Yeah, that's why I like going to the USF games, because you can just kick back, and the lines aren't very long there either.
That's for sure. Yeah. When it's half full, the lines are going to be half as long,
Yeah, they suck. They're doing all right.
So you're going to find out early on about Alabama and Florida State. Florida State's as skill-wise as good as anybody in the country, but I think their offensive line could take a beating in this one. Alabama's front 7 every year is pretty amazing, and I think Florida State.
Who do they have week 1? Who's Bama got week 1?
Florida State. That's who plays up in Atlanta's new stadium, and that if Florida State has a weak spot, it's their offensive line. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep their.
I don't remember that in the past. Is that something new that they're doing in the opening?
It's been the last several years. Michigan played Alabama at Dallas Stadium like 3 years ago. I want to say it was the year before Harbaugh came on board, maybe. So you'll see it from time to time. There's usually a couple of games a year that they'll do something like that right in the beginning.
Yeah, I don't
So,
remember that, I guess. Because, I mean, there was a point in my life where I did follow college football a lot, quite a bit.
right,
I
right.
had my moments, and, as life progressed and I had less time, I could only dedicate so much time to, and this is all I have time for. So,
It's more exposure for the program.
I casually watch a little college football here and there. I do like that they've switched to a playoff system. That makes me very happy because I've always hated the voting for a champion. That's always driven me nuts.
Yep.
So I still don't like. I think it should be a bigger pool. I think it should be doubled. I think it should be 8. But
I think it's 2. I think 8
baby
makes
steps.
sense because then you're getting every major competition. Ben Johns, Nebraska is going to win a Big Ten title before Iowa does. That's for sure.
Yeah, you've got the possibility of getting that little kind of a Cinderella team, a little bit of a Cinderella team. Like you get the 8, makes it and wins it all. You have that possibility. You have that team that could get hot. You can slip and lose the game and still get into the 8.
Right.
Typically.
Well, and every year there's 1 or 2 of those, teams outside of the big conferences that, say that they should have a shot at it. Well, that would make sure those guys get a seat at the table, and most likely they'd get waxed by whoever they played. But then you don't have to hear about it all year long. They can prove it on the field if they can do it or can't do it. You know what I mean? Ever since Oklahoma got beat by Boise State on a couple of gadget plays like 10 years ago or whatever, and now everybody thinks, if you go undefeated playing a bunch of, terrible teams that you deserve to have a shot at the national title. It's like, you look at like Boise State and the places they go and play, and the average attendance or like the stadium sizes are like 30,000 people. Like, how tough is it to play in front of 30,000 people on the road? Try and go into the Coliseum or into the Horseshoe, and win those games in front of 100,000 people. It's a little different animal.
3 times as many people. 3 times. Yeah, that's a little bit different.
It makes a difference for sure. So it's going to be a pretty exciting season. There's some pretty good programs that really do have a shot to make some noise if they get a couple bounces in all of the conferences.
Hold on. Some guys in here talking craziness. Somebody's saying the Raiders are going to change their colors. You're out your damn mind. Come on, man. This is like one of the most recognizable sports emblems in the world. It ain't going to change.
That's funny. Raider Popeye, Randolph Perry, bringing up Josh Allen in Wyoming. I actually talked about him a little bit last week. And he gets a good test right away. They play an Iowa.
Takes notes.
Yeah, they play an Iowa team that could be pretty tough this year. And Allen is one of those guys that a lot of people are talking about it being a top 5 pick in the NFL draft. He's a big, strong kid, 6'5", 215 with a strong arm and can move. And Iowa, is going to be really tough along the defensive front and at linebacker. But they might have some opportunities in the secondary. Iowa just got a guy suspended for the first game of the season, one of their corners. And so it'll be one of those games where he's going to get a chance to showcase against a Power 5 school on the road to kind of see what he's all about. And if he comes out and is really impressive, that can be his coming out party a little bit on a national stage to see what he's all about. Because he'll be one of those guys that if he plays great against Iowa, they're not going to play anybody the rest of the year. So, he'll be able to, ride that really good game to maybe get a lot more attention because of it.
Yeah, that could be good or bad for him, though, if that's the only thing he's got on his resume. I got that one.
Yeah. There's another one, though. Iowa doesn't even know who their starting quarterback's going to be. We're, a week from the season starting. But they're going to be strong on the lines and at running back. And so it's pretty crazy that a lot of teams are a week away. Michigan, another one, trying to say they're not sure who their starter's going to be. And some of it's smoke and mirrors, and some of it
Oh,
we just don't know. So it's
that's a bunch of BS. That's a bunch of BS. I think that's blowing some smoke there. So,
yeah, I'm sure.
what do you got? What you got any special little nuggets you brought to share with us?
Well, I think it's just, a little bit what I touched on last week was I think every season there's guys that come out of nowhere. And some guys might be known about for, certain fans who follow certain conferences or certain teams, but not necessarily to the country. Or you have guys that played behind guys that didn't get the attention, like Darius Geis at LSU, the tailback they have there is played behind Leonard Fournette. And I've read a lot of people think he might be just as talented, and maybe even a better all-around running back. Saquon Barkley at Penn State started to get some run towards the end of last year when they were good, but you're going to have a lot of guys that maybe didn't get the attention they got, in the past because they were playing behind somebody great. And, you're going to have a number of guys that are really going to come out of the woodwork. Josh Allen could be one of those guys too. So you got the guys everybody talks about, like USC's quarterback, Sam Darnold, and talking about Rosen at UCLA and what those guys do, Lamar Jackson at Louisville. So it's always kind of cool to see, week 1, week 2, somebody blows up and, puts on a show against a good team and really kind of announces themselves on the national stage. I always love seeing that stuff. So that's always something to watch for early on in the season.
Yeah, it should be exciting. You got college football starting this weekend. Season's kicking off. So you got college football starting this weekend, and we're not but 2 weeks out from the NFL season. So you're about to have a plethora of football. And all of our wives are going to be sad and widows, and it happens. I'm sorry.
This time of year, I get more eye rolls from my wife in this window of the year than any other time of the year.
Oh yeah. It's over.
She knew, she knew it going into this deal though. It's not like I just sprung it on her. There's a reason we got married in the middle of August. Because it ain't football.
Yeah, it's before football season. Same thing.
Yeah.
My anniversary is tomorrow.
Yeah, she's like, you want a wedding gift? I'm like, yeah, I want an early August wedding. I don't be trying to pull nothing by putting me in the middle of October getting married. I'm not trying to hear that. We got married in the heat.
Right, so
in the middle of August.
Me too. The heat and the rain. Are you back next week? Or are you out next week because of your fantasy draft?
I am out next week. I got one of my fantasy drafts.
Okay, that's right. So it'll be 2 weeks. JP will be back in 2 weeks to join us, and he'll be with us through the rest of the season. But he's got a fantasy draft next week, so that takes precedence.
Duty calls. I got to go win another league.
Absolutely. All right, well, thanks for joining us, JP. Hope you kicked some butt in your draft. And
my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. JP bringing the knowledge. Love it. Let me see. I'm taking notes every time he's on. All right. We're going to finish out the show as we do every Thursday with a little franchise face-off. This weekend, what do we got? We got Cowboys, Raiders. Raiders, Cowboys. So what fitting way to end up and close out franchise face-off and Raider reaction Thursday without bringing in our favorite enemy fan. Maybe. He's avoiding us again. I believe he's awful scared about this game on Saturday. You got Ezekiel Elliott finally making his what is this talk of changing colors and the shield. Yes, it is a Pro Bowl jersey. Like in 2015, it's a MAC jersey. It's got the Raiders emblem on the sleeves. This is the ugliest Raiders jersey there is. The ugliest Raiders jersey there is. Every once in a while for kicks with the crazy looking. Again, what is the deal? Horizontal and accept. Horizontal and accept. Well, it kind of does because it's got the ugly golden purple, like purple color up at the top. So it. While we're waiting for him, it's dark just like it is inside of his head. Marv Hubbard for your prize pack point of the night. Marv Hubbard, prize pack point of the night. This just so happens to be a 1972 card, the same year as the game we just finished watching on last Black Friday. 1972, Marv Hubbard, running back. An outstanding halfback at Colgate where he rushed for 1,891 yards in 3 seasons. Marv enjoyed a great junior year with 897 rushing yards and 88 points scored, the latter being the 6th best figure in the country in 1966. Dropping some card knowledge on you there. Marv played for Hartford in the Atlantic Coast League in 1968 and won the rushing title with 899 yards. This was his 4th year as a Raider. And who got his number? Did anybody get it? Nobody's got it yet, man. You guys are way off. Jeez, Lines doesn't guess. Lines is sitting there like, I know it. My finger's itching. I just want to put it in there. You know, so he's like, come on, I'm going to say. Popeye jumps in and grabs it. Oh. Terry's just going through the numbers starting at 1. He's like, I'm going to get there. I know he's a running back. So you should have just started at 30, Terry, and just started running. You would have probably got it. It's Popeye with the prize pack point of the night. Well.
What's up? I don't know what's going on, man.
It's because the Cowboys suck, and even the waves of technology are trying to keep you from shoving that ugly ass star in anybody's face. That's what it is.
What's happening is the Cosmos knows you can only take so many beatdowns in a season, so they don't need me talking smack on your webpage making you all look foolish. Because it's going to happen twice in this season. That's what's going to happen.
Whatever. I want a wager on the first half of this game. I think there needs to be a wager on the first half of the game. It's going to be the first teams against the first teams, just the first 2 quarters, who's ever winning at half.
Are you sure you want to do that? Because your defense looks weak as hell, man. Looks weak.
But our offense looks stellar.
Yeah, your offense is always going to look stellar. But if you can't stop people from scoring, what's the point?
What's your defense? Half of them aren't even going to be out of court in no time enough to make the game.
Oh, hold on. Week 15, they're all going to be playing. You guys can talk all the smack you want about suspended players. But week 15, they're all going to be there. What are you going to do? They're all going to be there for you. Everybody's going to be there for you. Don't even trip.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, come on. Exactly. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. Talk about our defense. Your defense is like a sieve.
So let's talk about defense. Last year, everybody's like, oh, they didn't play anybody. But they played 5 top 10 defenses, and they ran on all of them. They scored on all of them. The rushing defense was amazing. They was like #1. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Don't give me that. You guys came in with the you guys had a soft schedule. I don't care what you say, and you know it. You cannot look at the schedule you guys played and say you didn't have kind of an easy road last season, because it's the truth. You had a soft schedule.
Of course we did. Of course we did. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
Well,
but we did
when you got to the playoffs.
But we still played some good defenses and still scored a lot on them, with the exception of the Giants. The Giants got us, man. The Giants got us. But
yes.
anyway.
Twice, I believe. Wasn't it twice? Yeah. I'm just asking, just to clarify.
The Giants are your KC. The Giants are your KC. Win a division, then we'll talk.
Touche. That will
That's
be this
right.
year. That will be this year.
Okay, we'll see.
So, wager. Let's get to this wager. What should the wager be? We need a good wager. Something's got to be on air. Something that obviously, and it'll be just for the first half. Not who wins the game, because we know we're all going to switch to third and fourth stringers by the time the game's over. And we can't wager on outcome. I want first stringer against first stringer. So we'll wager on the first half of this preseason game. So we need something good. Something good. Any ideas out there, audience, viewers? Participation is needed. We need some ideas.
King Eddie, put down that pipe, bro. You're tripping.
What? The Giants will have it done yet. Oh, yes, I agree. I think I've been saying it, man, that you guys are going to have a slump this year. And the fact, if you guys are without Zeke for 6 weeks, that's going to be
it's not like he's leaving us empty-handed. We're still going to have 100-yard games. We're still going to have touchdown games. It's
with McFragile?
Huh?
With McFragile? Come on now.
You guys couldn't do what
McFadden Kool-Aid too, and it went sour a while ago.
He was fragile with you guys because you guys can't protect anybody. Everybody gets broke behind your line. Everybody gets broke. Look at Carr.
Everybody gets hit if you're a running back, and he can't take hits. He runs you up and down. Them lanky legs are weak.
He seems to be doing pretty good for us, so I don't know what you guys' problem is. And even if McFadden goes down, guess who's his backup? Alfred Morris, another starting running back in the NFL.
Okay.
I mean,
I have a wager. All right, I have a wager. And this is a preseason wager. We got to come up with one really, really good for the regular season game. But we'll deal with that later. We got all season. How about, because I've been watching the comments. So, it has to, we have to change our profile to the logo of said team for a week. You have to change your profile picture for a week. And you have to come on, whoever it is, and give a 60-second, a minute statement proclamation about the other team and how great they are, like you are their greatest fan and why they are so great. And so you would have to come on and give a 60 seconds about how great the Raiders are right when you came on the show. And I
want a little amendment, though. The other guy.
Well, I'm just throwing out ideas to see what sticks here.
The other guy chooses the picture for the other person. Okay?
Okay. As long as it's within reason. Nothing obscene.
Yours is going to be the most girly cowboy thing there is. The most girly cowboy thing there is. That's going to be you.
All right. That's
cool.
Fair. That's fair. Okay. That's fair. All right. That's fair. I'll come up with something good. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I want you won't have to worry about it. Rest your mind. You don't have to think about nothing for me because we're gonna win this game.
Hold on. What was the boxers? What the hell was that?
I don't know. Let me.
Hold on. I gotta scroll back. Did I miss something?
I'm doing the same thing.
We're team boxers over your head.
Nah. I don't want
to buy something. I don't want to buy no Cowboys garbage, even if we happen to lose a preseason half.
But that first half is a preview to come. And
it may be or it may not. It's hard to tell. It's preseason. Like I said before, the 0-16 Lions were 4-0 in preseason. Preseason wins and losses really mean shit, but
But I tell you what, guys. I tell
This
you what.
first half, I think, is going to be a good gauge.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Your defense is really, 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 really suspect. So I would count the Dallas to stop Oakland's offense before Oakland stops Dallas offense. That's fair. That's fair.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think your defense can stop Carr. Carr's got a lot of weapons, man, and he looked really sharp last week.
You guys,
I don't think that's the case.
We're not a stellar defense, okay? We're not.
No, you're not.
No, but that's a good thing for you guys because Carr does not play well against stellar defenses. So he'll score 25 points or whatever, but Dallas will just score more because our defense will stop him at a field goal, whereas Oakland can't stop Dallas at a field goal. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. I do. You were talking out your ass.
Oh no. No. The last three times,
no. You are clearly.
You said this to me. And the last 3 times, you've hung your head in shame. This is going to be the 4th year or the 4th time in a row that Raiders play the Cowboys that you're going to hang your head in shame.
I do not think that's the case. I do not think that's the case.
You don't have to
think
think
he agrees with me.
You know what?
Enough said.
It's the same philosophy. You know, a guy doesn't have to be scared to get his butt kicked. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on with you guys. It's cool. You guys are tough, you know, whatever, but you're still going to get that butt kicked.
We'll see. I'm glad this one's on the schedule. I think it's a good test. I like that we got a playoff team for week 3 and we get to go at it. And so,
you know what? Wait, I got to give a shout out to old Popeye Randolph, dude. Me and him always go back and forth. He's a good sport and everything. What's up, Randolph? How you doing, man?
So, next week, JP's out. So you're going to be on for a half an hour. So we're going to, we'll have some fun regardless of how this shakes out.
Well, no, I'm going to be on for 29 minutes because you're going to be talking about a minute about how great the Cowboys are. That's how that's going to
I do not think so. So, there you got it. Now you guys know when we're watching the game on Raider Reaction Saturday night that my ass is a little on the line. So we got to pull it out. Got to get it done. We'll get it done anyway. I ain't freaking worried about it. I ain't worried about it at all. Carr looks so good last week. So, all right. Well, we're out of time.
Johnny, rate 24-7 at halftime. I think that's pretty high. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see what happens.
Halftime score. That's all we're counting. We're counting halftime score. Second half, no matter because we're not going to see the starters. So halftime score. That's what our wager is. Who's winning?
I predict 14-10 Cowboys halftime.
We'll see. All right. Till next week. And I'm sure you'll be in the comments when we're watching the game this weekend too.
Have a good one.
So, all right. Well, thank you all for joining me. I hope it was an action-packed show for you. I thought we got through a lot of solid info there, man. The first part, half the show, with NorCalRaiderRick, the Raider Nation Ricochet. JP brings solid freaking info. That dude's a college football encyclopedia. We did good finding our college football guru with bringing JP onto the team. Thank you to our favorite enemy fan, TWell, for being a good sport and coming on. We got the wager on the line. Raiders Cowboys, who wins at half? It's going to be the starters go in the first half. What the score is at half? Got a wager on that for next week. Hope you guys enjoyed the ugliest Raiders jersey ever. The old, the couple years ago, Mac Star Trek looking freaking Pro Bowl jersey. So thank you for joining me. Always appreciate any second you join me on Raider Reaction. Tomorrow night is my 16th year wedding anniversary. Me and the commisses will not be around. So I'm sorry, but there will not be a Black Friday tomorrow. There will be no game tomorrow night. I apologize, but you know there will be one Saturday. So, but we do got a fresh game picked out for you guys that we're going to start next week on Black Friday. So, no Raider Reaction tomorrow. I will be hanging with the commisses and celebrating our 16th year wedding anniversary. And so I will see you guys Saturday at kickoff Because you know, Raider Reaction page is going to be a game. If you haven't heard, it's be a game. I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.